Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 95 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. My name's Gage, and I'm here with Dan, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a good week. Hope everyone had a great Halloween. For anyone new here, Dan and I are the co-founders of StreamYard, and we do these town halls every single Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, and we do them for a few reasons. Number one is to stay in tune with you guys, to go through the same process you do every single week and use our own product and make sure we're going through everything you do. Next one is to, of course, answer your questions. So if there's anything you'd like us to talk about, we love chatting about whatever it is. All of your topics or questions, we'd love to discuss it with you. So feel free to leave those in the chat. And then, of course, every week we talk about our three pillars, which are ease of use, stability, and professional stream. So if you're about those three things, StreamYard is the tool for you. Let's see who we have hanging out in the chat this week. We actually have some updates tonight as well, so stay tuned for that. We'll chat about those in just a few minutes here. Dr. Karen Jackson says, hello to Sylvia. I was going to ask for a calendaring option when we schedule as well. This will be the calendar update request session. Very cool.
Cool.
So yeah, definitely understand the need for that one, Karen, and hopefully we can address it relatively soon. I assume you mean like basically like a Google Calendar, iCal for Apple type integration for your guests. Definitely think that would be great for user experience in general, and think there's no downside. So hopefully we can address that at some point. Let's see, Jaden saying hello. Thanks, Jaden. Always a regular. Before I forget, a couple announcements. So we do StreamYard Connects Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern with the great Ross Brand. He just had his, I think it was a 4-hour long streaming celebration, which was pretty awesome. But yeah, StreamYard Connect Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's a great show where Ross covers the latest things going on with live streaming and the tech world in general. So be sure to tune into that. We also have StreamYard Spotlight Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern with Dana and Kelsey. Where it's a show about you guys. They cover the awesome use cases and different ways people are streaming with StreamYard. So if you'd like to be featured on that, be sure to reach out to Dana. I think she's actually in the chat right now. So if you'd like to be featured, she'd love to chat with you. And we also have lots of new content on YouTube and other platforms coming as well. So we're partnering with lots of great creators to create content to help you guys be more successful with live streaming in general. So be sure to, if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel and other channels, be sure to follow those. What do we have here? Tone Deaf. Luckett says we love StreamYard. It has taken our podcast to the next level. Fantastic.
Sweet.
The name of your, maybe it's Tone Deaf Luckett. Let us know. If that's not it, let us know the name of your podcast. Nancy says, any update on team accounts, multiple people signing in without sharing credentials and some access control? Don't have any dates or anything for you, Nancy, but we appreciate the feedback there. I would be curious to ask you some questions. You have answered some of them right there. I'd be curious, like how much access control you're interested in general. Like, is it just like, I want someone who can only schedule the streams, or I want some people that can, actually control the banners and whatnot, but they can't actually go live. If you'd let me know the granularity, it's always useful to know that. Leo's saying good day from Malaysia. Hey there, Leo. Anita says, as a guest for mobile, camera can't be horizontal. I believe it should be able to be horizontal, Anita, if you flip the camera. Is that right, Dan?
Should be able to, yeah. I guess one thing I know, because I do this a lot, if your phone is like locked on portrait mode, then you won't be able to flip it for sure. So like I've done that myself, where it's like, oh, it's not working on StreamYard. I'm like, well, actually, it's not working on any site either. I don't know if that's happening with you. I mean, it should work when you rotate it landscape. It should go horizontal. If you're getting it where like when you rotate it landscape, the whole interface kind of updates, but your camera's still looks like it's in portrait, or like it's sideways, then reach out to support, because it should definitely, like, your camera should be recaptured when you rotate.
Yeah, and we do have 24-hour support, Anita, so just StreamYard.com/contact, and there'll be someone to help you out. Hey, Pete, nice to see you here. Says, thank you for stereo audio in 1080. Made me finally upgrade to Pro. Very cool.
Yeah, I remember Pete was asking for 1080 for quite a while. I specifically remember that.
Brian, another regular. Please, the ability to turn off guest video where they cannot turn it back on, and solo mode lock. Interesting. That was actually one of our topics because it came up last time was moderator controls in general, is how much control you guys need over your guests. When we first were designing that, we sort of figured most people would sort of have some level of trust with the guest. So the ability to mute your guest and the ability to do stuff like that was mostly to help a guest that was maybe confused, like they didn't know how to mute it themselves, or they had a background noise or things like that. We didn't really anticipate having a cantankerous guest or something that you actually need to not allow them to unmute their mic. But we're always happy to be surprised by different use cases. So if that is something people in here need, let us know. I'd be curious how many of you actually do need the ability to not let guests unmute their mic or have more controls as far as like turning off their camera and things like that. Do let us know.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd also be curious, just to follow up on the last question. So you need the ability to turn off the camera, but I'm assuming removing them from the stream is not an option. Like, because you need the audio maybe still. I'd just be curious what the use case is where you want to just turn off their camera. And also if it would work for you. Never mind. No. I was trying to think of a workaround, but it won't work.
Steve says, hi, is it now possible to narrate over video clips posted in brands without reopening the mic? Thanks. So Steve, right now, no, it will automatically mute you. So you'll have to unmute the mic if you'd actually like to talk over it. We do have plans for more types of video sharing coming relatively soon. And with that format, correct me if I'm wrong, Dan, but I believe it won't automatically mute the mic.
It might not. We'll see.
We'll see.
To be determined.
Marion saying hello from Houston. Hey, Marion. Let's get to some of our announcements for tonight. First feature update is, it's been asked for quite a long time, is volume control. So it's not out quite yet. It's in the process of being rolled out. So you should have access to it either tomorrow or the day after that. But basically, you now have the ability to adjust the volume of both your own mic and any guest mic, which it's done automatically. So it is the type of thing where, and ideally you don't have to touch anything and it should automatically adjust your mic level. Occasionally you will have a guest that maybe for whatever reason is very quiet and it's just quiet and you need to do something about it. So that's why we added this feature, is to address that. The way you'll access it is just on those tiles that you have for adding and removing your guests at the bottom. Those three dots, there'll be an option there to control the volume there. And we also gave the ability, which is new, the ability to turn echo cancellation on and off for your guests, which is another way, which also should be helpful for troubleshooting with a guest who doesn't really understand that functionality. So hopefully that's a welcome change as well. Let us know if you guys will actually be using the volume control option. I know it was a popular request among podcasters, seem to be bigger fans of that one in general, but I know there, even outside of podcasters, there were people that would just have a guest on a strange device that was really quiet for some reason. So hopefully it's helpful in general.
Yeah, it's definitely the type of thing where hopefully you don't have to use it, the volume control. Like hopefully and we do like just some balancing there automatically. So yeah, hopefully you don't have to use it. But for some of you that really want like more fine-grained controls, or it's just annoying for you. You do have that one guest on a mobile device whose mic is muffled for some reason. You'll be able to ramp that up now, and they'll sound a lot better. So you won't have to do as much like editing afterwards if you're a podcaster or anything like that. Like the show just sounds better, right? Because you have the people like turning up their volume to hear that one person, and they got to turn it back down for everybody else.
Neil says, yay, volume control. Does it come with a sound meter so we can tell where the background noise is coming from? No sound meter at the moment, Neil, but that's useful feedback. Right now, you just have the ability to slide it up and down. So no at the moment. Sounds like Pete has a similar question for that as well. So yeah, no gain indicator at the moment, Pete, but that is useful feedback.
Cool.
Darren saying, hey, from the UK. Thanks for tuning in, Darren. Andrew says, StreamYard's getting popular here in the Caribbean. Very cool. How are you planning on engaging us? I think this will help the brand a lot. Well, if you have any ideas, Andrew, I'd be happy to hear how you'd like to be engaged. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to come up with some ideas. Let us know. Paul says, will volume control be usable also on shared screens? I'm not actually sure on that one. Is it available for? Okay. So no on the screen share at the moment, Paul.
And it's partly just because a lot of things that you are sharing, you can change the volume on the app itself. Well, like in a Chrome tab. On some stuff, I realize not everything, but most times we find when people are sharing a Chrome tab, they're sharing some kind of video in there, or they're sharing, a YouTube tab or something. In that case, you can just control it on YouTube, and that will change it on StreamYard. But I do get there might be cases where maybe you're sharing like a game or something in the browser. In that case, it won't work. Although you might be able to just change the audio of that tab. I'd have to actually check doing that. But no, you won't be able to change it on StreamYard.
Tony says, need the ability to multi-select files for uploading and deleting. Doing it one by one takes so long. Yeah, that's in the plans, Tony, and yeah, definitely know that's necessary. Matt Schick tuning in. Matt's an awesome. I'll bring up that banner in a second here. Matt's a live streaming producer. He does great production work for clients, and is also part of our banner for it, our producer program, which we now, if you are on the StreamYard dashboard, if you go to the top right, there's a resources section. So if you have like a big event or something where you need some additional help or someone to help you plan it, we do have I think now it's 10 to 15 StreamYard producers that it's not just necessarily production work. They also can help you with graphics or consulting or anything you need involving your live streaming needs. So be sure to utilize that. And if you'd like to be part of the program, if you're a producer yourself, check out that form too, because there is a link to Marissa who can help you get set up and be part of the program. And LTMW says, happy to answer volume control. Awesome. Glad you're excited about it. Chris says, are you going to implement a live donation link on StreamYard? Don't have a date or anything for you on that one, Chris. Certainly something we'd be open to. I know it's not that commonly requested. I think it's generally more of a request among gamers, but that doesn't mean we're not open to it. Certainly something we might consider, or at least doing an integration as far as like maybe integrating with PayPal or something like that, so that you can get the notifications. Pete says that little spinning icon after video playback is a little clunky. Would love a more seamless visual experience. Not sure I'm 100% what you're referring to, Pete. Maybe if you could give me a bit more. Are you familiar with Dan?
No. If you give us a little more detail, we might know what you're talking about, though.
Let's see, what else do we have here? I guess I'll one more quick announcement is not as exciting as volume control, but clickable links. So now in your chat, for a very long time, if you added a link there, you couldn't actually click the link. But same as volume control, to be out within the next day or two. If you share links in the private chat with your guests, they'll now actually be able to click the link. Fairly small change, but maybe worth mentioning.
You bet. The little things, man.
Bong says, rebroadcast a previous broadcast. Interesting. I'd be curious, Bong, what do you think of like watch parties? Like, is there a reason? Actually, I think Facebook, I guess I should double check. I think Facebook might have actually, in some countries, gotten rid of watch parties. But if they haven't, where you're located, Bong, let me know. I'd be curious why you would prefer rebroadcasting a previous broadcast versus using the built-in feature of a watch party. Just always useful to know what exactly it is you're looking for, just so we make sure we build the right stuff. Interesting.
Any idea why Facebook got rid of the watch parties?
I don't know. My guess is why they get rid of other things is maybe not very many people are using it. I don't know.
Not enough traction. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, for Facebook, having a few million people use it is not enough to keep it, kind of thing.
CJ says, yeah, because when guests mute their mics, sometimes they forget to unmute and it takes time from the broadcast. Because that was the argument for how much moderator control, maybe. But you can't, because right now we don't allow you to unmute them. So not sure if we'll ever add that, CJ, just because it is a bit of a privacy issue. Like if someone mutes their mic on purpose and they're having a private conversation, we want to be careful to make sure that things outside of their control can't unmute them. But
I'm sure we can do stuff there. They'll like send a notification or something.
Yeah. Prophetic said it would be nice if it auto-muted when the countdown or intro is going forth. So it should auto-mute you, Prophetic, when you use it the built-in countdown. Like it won't auto mute you if you're doing a screen share, but the video clips will auto mute you. Leo says mod controls would be great to be able to change the guest camera and sound settings. So the volume is at least coming soon, but not the guest camera at this time.
Not yet, Leo. We're thinking about it though.
Sounds like Retrologist also a similar request. Good to know. Lots of those tonight. Anita says, "Hey, I get 1 year Pro StreamYard present from Livestream Universe. Congrats! That must have been from Ross's giveaway. Congrats on winning that." Daniel says, "We need the ability to talk on backstage to speakers." Interesting, Daniel. I'd be curious the type of events you're doing, because it's always interesting to know, because I know some people that's very important. Some people aren't really interested in it in general. I'm guessing it's maybe virtual event type stuff you're doing. Do let us know. I'd be curious. Viewers Network says, I've seen someone put their Cash App in the corner, and every time they got a donation, it showed on the screen. How is that done? Interesting. They might not, maybe they weren't using StreamYard, or maybe they're using the screen share functionality to screen share the Cash App. I'm not sure there. Ada says hi from Twitter, one of our Twitter viewers. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. What do we have here? I clicked the wrong one there. Retrologist says, yes, you can use an audio interface. Yep, absolutely. Many people use those. Ariel says, please disable the auto prompt to screen of the screen share when it's created. Do you follow that one, Dan?
I think we had this last week too. I'm still not sure.
So if you mean, sorry, go ahead, Dan.
Well, we have like the modal that pops up that's part of Chrome where you actually pick the screen. But that part's necessary. Or maybe it's just last week I think we were thinking that it's auto added. Is that the problem? Like that it automatically gets added to the stream?
Let us know. Jessica says, having admins added to your account to log in as you needed. Maybe it's addressing another question, but yeah, absolutely. You can have multiple people log into an account and all act as administrators. D Showtime says, can you add the ability to record the video, even live stream? I had a situation where the internet was acting up and only the video I had was blurry on Facebook Live. So we do have recording built in, D Show, so it will be recorded. The way our recording works is it's sort of like it's a live recording, so it's not being recorded directly on your computer. So if you do have bad internet, it is similar. It's the same issue you'd have when you're live streaming out, because it is technically a live stream. It's not just being publicly broadcasted. So you'll want to have, even if you're doing a record only broadcast, your internet is still important, at least when you're using StreamYard.
Yeah. And we do that just to like optimize resources on your computer. It's a lot heavier to have to like mix and record on your machines. We do everything in the cloud. So you have to actually send your camera to the cloud regardless, and like to our servers, and then we mix everything there.
Pete says t-shirts available for purchase soon. Not for purchase at the moment, but we're actually going to give away another t-shirt tonight, so maybe we can do that now. I think Dan has it ready there. Yeah, we'll give away. I think we'll start doing it every stream. We'll just give away t-shirts for fun, and who knows, maybe at some point we'll make them available for someone who who doesn't want to watch every single town hall, hoping they win.
Yeah.
So you got that running, Dan? Should I mention the keyword?
Sure. Let me fire it up.
Sandy says, would like a countdown time where we can select how long the countdown is for. Yeah, absolutely. I know. We thought it was cool. We weren't like when we added that countdown timer. We thought most people. We sort of thought it was just sort of a demo. We didn't think as many people would use it in their broadcast, but it's actually very popular. How many people actually use it as their countdown? So certainly open to that, to making it maybe customizable, where you could change the time and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we got the giveaway stuff going. So if you guys would like the chance to win StreamYard t-shirt, just type in. It's set to hashtag the yard. Is that right, Dan?
You bet.
Just type in hashtag the yard, and you'll be eligible to win, and we'll mail you a stream. I've got a picture of them. I'll show you what it looks like. We'll mail you one of these T-shirts, so you can rep the old StreamYard up there.
Sweet.
A motorcycle coming by. Lots of hashtag the yards. Hey Dave, hope you're doing well.
Yeah, the only downside of this type of giveaway, right, is that now you can't see any other comments.
Yeah, all the comments become hashtag the yards.
It's fun though.
Darren says, any news on the program being released that Dan is using? Yeah, it's we're always surprised how many people are excited about it when we use it, Darren. So yeah, we're certainly open to it. One question we actually had for this town hall was how many of you actually do giveaways, and how are you doing them now? Right now, are you just doing it manually, where you're like, oh, answer this question, and the first person to get it right will give it away? Are you using another tool? If you are using another tool, it'd be useful for us to know what it is. It's always useful to know your workflows. But at some point, yeah, we would like to make it available, Darren.
Yeah, I'm super interested in how you pick people. So regardless even of what tool you use. So that's very interesting. But also, like, maybe you're just doing it live. If you are just doing it live, it's like, how are you picking people? Is it just you're just randomly choosing in the chat? Do you have like some kind of game behind it? Do you use something like this, or you come up with something creative? I'm very curious. I think we're ready whenever you're feeling it, Gage.
Okay, sure. Let's go ahead and run it.
All right, let's do it.
Still need to add that sound effect to build the
I know. We really should.
Steve, congrats, Steve. Dana, if you ping Dana in the chat, she'll grab your address and ship you a StreamYard shirt. Congrats, Steve.
Awesome.
Jonathan says, still can't use the Zoom function on iPad when using StreamYard Mobile. All it does is enlarge the studio view, not what we are streaming. Suggestions? So, yeah, the Zoom function, you might need to use an additional app or something like that, Jonathan, to bring it in as sort of a virtual camera to be able to use the Zoom functionality. We do have iPads, so we can certainly look into that. I'm not 100%. Do you know, Dan? Maybe the Zoom function isn't actually available.
I don't know. Yeah, if you could do it, it would be. I mean, we could also add something as functionality, but right now, the way StreamYard is, you would have to use something else to do it. Like on my computer, I have no problem like using a separate app. Like I use, is it Logi? Is that the Logitech webcam tool?
Yeah.
Yeah, use that to like zoom in on that tool, and then just choose that camera in StreamYard. It works. On an iPad, it is different. So I'm not sure if that's actually possible. We would have to look into it, but it would not surprise me if you can get something that like modifies your camera and creates. Basically, you need it to create like a virtual camera. Is usually what it's called on your iPad, and then from there you can select that camera in StreamYard inside of Safari. So that'd be how you would do it. I'm not sure. I don't have any tool recommendations, but maybe somebody else does. Like maybe other people have tried that.
Neil says, when are volume control and clickable links coming? So they're rolling out soon, Neil. It'll be either tomorrow or the day after that. You'll have access to those. Roadrunner says, I've been using the Duck for over a year, and my social network friends have adopted StreamYard, following myself as primary platform for our many needs. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Roadrunner. I'm hopefully it's going well for you guys.
I like the capitalized the Duck.
Daniel says, don't add a lot of things. The magic of SY is that it's simple. Yeah, absolutely, Daniel. That's our first pillar, as I'm sure you know, ease of use. So yeah, absolutely. We're always going to try to be careful to make sure that things don't become overwhelming, and try to tuck functionality in a way that's sort of elegant. But yeah, appreciate the reminder. Jaden says, can you use StreamYard over Zoom, Gage? So I'd be curious what you'd be trying to accomplish, Jaden. I know some people, the topic comes up for bringing Zoom into StreamYard. Like maybe you have some sort of Zoom, like a big Zoom meeting going on, and you want to bring it into StreamYard, and you can certainly do that by using either by just screen sharing it with audio, or by using a virtual camera program to bring it in as a source. But going StreamYard into Zoom, not that I know of. I'd be curious what you're trying to accomplish. Like StreamYard itself doesn't have a virtual cam option, so you wouldn't be able to like take your StreamYard as a virtual cam into Zoom.
You can screen share it in Zoom. I was almost thinking the question was, can you like replace Zoom with StreamYard?
Oh, in that case, yeah. Sort of. I mean, sorry, go ahead, Dan.
Sort of.
Yeah. So we always want to be focused on, like, Zoom's a great product, right? Zoom, use Zoom all the time, but Zoom is focused on meetings. So we always want to be focused on live streaming. So I think, they're two different tools that serve two different purposes. Yeah, you can use Zoom for live streaming and you can use StreamYard for meetings, but we always want to try to be the best tool for live streaming, as I'm sure Zoom tries to be the best tool for meetings. And they're certainly doing other stuff as well. They've got on Zoom and some cool things like that. But I think there'll always be meetings first, and will always be live streams first. But that being said, there's lots of people that use StreamYard for meetings, so you certainly could. Nabia says, new here, can I download my videos? Yeah, absolutely. So if you're on the free plan, many of the outgoing platforms allow you to download it from the platform itself. The most common one that I see being used is YouTube. So if you just want to do an unlisted YouTube stream, or even a public one, doesn't matter, after the stream's over, you can download it from YouTube. On the paid plan of StreamYard, we have a recording option. So every stream you do is recorded and stored for about 14 days, and you'll be able to download that recording after the broadcast is over. Mig says, is there any way to get a browser tab overlay? Not screen sharing would be nice for very custom and dynamic overlays. Yeah, so not at the moment, Mig. I think what you're referring to is in other programs is sometimes called like a browser source, where you basically, it's almost like a virtual browser. So no way now, it's just the screen sharing option. I don't know if we'll ever add it, but it is. I do get how it could be useful, especially like you said, for having interesting dynamic overlays, that maybe a scoreboard and things like that. So no dates or anything for you, but noted for sure.
Cool. I'd also be interested in what the main benefits are for you of like the kind of the browser tab capture versus screen sharing.
I would guess the main thing is with a browser source, you could have the whole thing transparent and basically have a scoreboard that's, instead of it being a screen share, is just like dynamically on the screen. So there are some interesting use cases there.
Yeah, and if there's anything else, any other reasons, let us know.
Let's see what else we have here. Tanya says, I need a side-by-side option for screen share with equal size. Good to know.
Interesting.
My Heart, Your Heart says, can you add a scroll bar to the top of the screen? So yeah, I'm guessing you mean the ticker there. So right now, the only option is the bottom of the screen. Main reason we made that decision is that seems to be the common place that like news programs and stuff will have the ticker. But appreciate the suggestion. Nancy says, I love the 14-day recording access. Awesome. I would be curious, I don't think we've ever asked this before, if for anyone that's too short, like ideally, like how many, if you could pick any amount of time maybe everyone just picks forever, but what's the amount that you, like, is 14 days enough for most of you? Is it sort of a pain where you forget and you lose it? I'd be curious what, other than forever, what would be your ideal recording length? Reed says, media sorting inside the brand panel coming soon. Yeah, that is in our plans, Reed, the ability to drag and drop the overlays around. Looks like we're just about out of time here. Let me see if we have any last questions. Nancy says, these town halls are the best. Seriously, thanks so much, Nancy. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It's really cool to have people who actually use our product talking to us and asking questions. It makes it really fun to work on it and then see. And I know for our team as well, for our engineers and customer support and everyone, it's very cool to have an actively engaged community. So we can't thank you guys enough for that. Yeah,
these are fun for us and super useful. I mean, it's great to get direct feedback from all of you.
Sean says 14 days is great. If I run over that and absolutely need the video, there are plenty of options. Good to know. All right, with that said, we'll close out episode number 95 of the StreamYard Live Town Hall. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll be here at the same time next week.
Man, we're getting close to 100. Exciting stuff.
Almost there. See you guys.
See everyone.